With great love and respect in my heart, I welcome you to this beautiful Sunday morning from Sonoma. Before we begin, let's just take a moment to arrive and settle down. So wherever you are, just pull your spine straight. Open your shoulders. Lighten your mind and close your eyes. Thinking of a beautiful flower unfolding, relax your facial muscles. Neck, shoulders, spine. Softening the belly, get grounded. All the restlessness, anxiousness, settling down the way sand settles in a glass of water. Connect with that breath. Breathing in, you are aware of the breath coming in. Breathing out, you are aware of the breath going out. Effortlessly. Holding the attention at the navel, just pause for a moment. Enjoy this pause. Think of the word expansion, not contraction. When you run out of breath, begin to stress, gently release it. After a breath or two, we'll repeat again. We'll do this 2 or 3 times. Holding the attention at the navel, pausing the breath, and enjoying that pause. And before you begin to stress out, releasing it. So much happens when you have paused. This is called Pranaki Upasana, the practice of Pran itself, the life force. Now mindfully imagine the breath is rising from the navel towards the heart, and the heart lotus unfolding as the breath comes in and closing as the breath goes out. all the petals of lotus unfolding as the breath comes in and closing as the breath goes out. Once the breath has come in, lotus has fully opened at the heart, pause the breath. No stress, no tension, enjoying this space. Please take your own time. Whenever you feel stressed, release the breath. Take a few deep breaths again, and then again pause. You begin to feel the inner light just radiating out. Your whole outline of your body begins to glow. Lightness. Body is still, breath is still, mind is still. And slowly we move our attention upwards. Think of your eyes being absolutely still. Pausing the breath, we rest the mind in the center of the forehead. Whole body is soft, no tension, just relaxed. Stillness of the body, stillness of the eyes, stillness of the breath, stillness of the mind. Thank you for taking this time. Slowly open your eyes. It's good to see you sitting here in the temple and you sitting in your own sky temple. There is plenty on my mind today. but I will see what comes up. In 10 days I am leaving for India and I will be there till mid-March. So many things to close here and calls coming from there. And we are starting a big project here at the ashram, the remodeling of the main house, and so lots of things are going. And I'll be gone from here for 3-4 months. I have been thinking how to sum it all up, what the ashram really does here. As you know, the main purpose of the ashram here and me is really to encourage whoever comes in my contact to connect with themselves. The eternal question, who am I? Where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I doing whatever I am doing? If this kind of question arises in our heart and mind, we should know that that's a moment of grace. Usually we are caught up in our own story, struggle, whatever is happening, and our aspirations, our success, our failures, our struggles. That's on the surface. Whatever is happening is like clouds. Clouds come and go. But the blue sky is always there. In the same way, there is an aspect of us which is always there, unchanging, untouched, unblemished. That we call higher self, divine self, God self, whatever name we give to. It's always there. So to speak in a simple language, you are a divine being. You are not separate from God or that whole, whatever name people call that. We are not talking about the name here. We're just talking about a presence. We are not separate from that. We are it. The analogy that is given, like there is a big piece of mirror in which the sun is reflecting fully. If that mirror breaks into millions of little pieces, each of the pieces will reflect the sun fully. We are those pieces. What happens? We are born, we are raised under certain conditions, environment, we have experiences, life experiences, we go through our growing up. Our mind and our senses these play a great role in who we become, who we think, who we are. Mind and experiences. In a yogic tradition, the great emphasis has been given. You are not your mind. You are not your senses. Senses engage in the world, mind interprets it, and then we think that's what my life is all about. But please know, mind likes to attach itself to things that are moving. That's the nature of the mind. Senses. You see things that are moving. Hear things, sound is coming and going. Tasting, touching, smelling, all this happens through the senses. I'm not saying we negate the senses. Senses are important to engage. But that's not the whole thing. We all have a story. As long as we know that I'm not just my story, there is something more to me. That something more is the blue sky, is the part of me which is divine, which is always there in the foundation. Because of it, because of the blue sky, we see the clouds. Because of the silence, we hear the sound. Because of that divine self that we are, we experience. But we are engaged, we are human, we have conditioning, we have habits, we keep going to what we are used to. How do we connect with that? We have to have some kind of practice. Some kind of. Doesn't matter what, as long as you have some kind of practice through which you connect with that part of yourself. Doesn't matter if somebody tells that's a wrong practice. As long as you know that that's how I honor that part of myself, that's all that matters. So this is really what Ashram's job is here, to encourage everybody, to inspire everybody to acknowledge who they are and honor the self through some kind of practice. You may not have a practice. The practice could be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths every day. As soon as you wake up, sit in your bed and just say to yourself, in the name of my higher self, in the name of my divine self, in the name of that which never changes in me, I'm just going to take these 3 deep breaths, honoring that. It's about me honoring that which is in me. It's not about somebody else honoring it. If I don't honor that, then I'm looking for somebody else to honor it. I have to do that first. They're all traditions, different traditions on the earth. They're all great. Everyone is saying pretty much the same thing. To acknowledge that which is higher. Whatever resonates with your heart and mind, please take one thing and do it daily in the name of your higher self, honoring yourself. I see people, they say, Babaji, I am spiritual, I do this someday and I do this, in the name of that I do this. The idea of a steady spiritual practice is that you do one thing daily. If you want to get to the water, you have to dig one well deep, not lots of little potholes. One well deep. So people say, okay, Babaji, I want to, but I don't know what to do. Google it. But you Google one day, after a few days you say, well, maybe there is a better one. Maybe there is a different one. So this is why it is said, you do not choose your spiritual practice. Your guru gives you the practice. Now, who is the guru? Guru is someone you respect, who has walked the path, who has committed his or her life to that. Spend a little time around, check it out. Once teachings resonate, say, okay. Then you approach. When the Guru gives you a little practice, I just do it. And the practice is very simple. It could be a mantra, it could be a breathing meditation, it could be anything. But if the Guru gives you that mantra, I just do that. Because if I'm choosing, I'll be changing it. That's the nature of our mind. So this is why the Guru-based tradition has flourished in yogic tradition. So this is what Ashram does, this is what I do. And as I leave for 2-3 months, it doesn't mean Babaji is gone, so it's about you. Keep your practice simple, keep it steady, and now is the beautiful time to engage or to develop a spiritual practice, because you have more hours that you are confined in the house. How are you going to spend that time? Social media? Watching more movies? We have plenty of ways to engage our time. In that, I would recommend, really, this is for each one of us, to carve out some very focused time. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, an hour. In that time, whatever your practice is, do it in a very sacred way. Prepare yourself for that. Maybe wash your hands, splash a little water on your face, light a lamp, candle, sit down. And before you sit down, just say, I'm going to sit on this just to honor myself. Sometimes people have a practice, but they just get very mechanically into it. They come from a place that, oh, I got to do it, I didn't do it. No. There should be joy in your heart. You should be prepared to sit down and say that I'm sitting down on this to honor that aspect of myself which has been with me from the moment I was born till I take the last breath, and which has not changed. That part of the self has not changed. What is that? I am. That, even a little baby, I'm hungry, starts crying. The sense of I am has not changed. Those two words are the same. When the third one comes in, I am hungry, I am upset, I am sad, I am happy. When the third word comes in, then things change. But those first two, I am, does not change. That is the divine self. That is the higher self. That is the God self. I am. Bringing the third word is my choice. Wherever my mind goes, I choose that dye to put in this crystal clear water. Water is clean, water is clear. What I put in gives it a color. So maybe during this time, next 3-4 months, when you are sitting down, pay attention to that. Say, I am, before you move into the third one. Maybe you catch yourself flowing in the third word. You have the capacity, you have the capability to stop, take a step back, take a deep breath, claim yourself. I am. Choose. Choose. Mind will come, yes, but, and I got this, and this is very important, and this is that. It will pass. Just like clouds come and go. Clouds have come, it looks like there is nothing, and they all become dark and rains. It will pass. The I am. And stop right there. It's a beautiful practice. It doesn't have any dogma. It doesn't say good or bad or you are nothing. Just I am. We are so used to seeing ourselves through others' eyes. And even if they are not seeing that way, we project it on them and see ourselves. This is why we meditate. This is why all these little things that I share with you, the yogic practices, it's all about connecting with who you are. Usually in satsangs, Sunday satsangs, we talk about our the very daily things that happen, but the real work that Ashram and Babaji is doing is really connecting you with who you are and reminding. That's actually the job, to remind you that there is a part of you that is beyond your problems, that is beyond your story, that's beyond how you see yourself. Baba used to say, "Oh friend, you are not who you think you are. You are not who you think you are. You are much more." Purpose of this little reminder is that please look at your daily practice, whatever it is. Pay a little more respect to it. Be a little more, bring a little more sacredness in it. Carve out a little time for it. And when you have carved out a little time, push away all other things for those 10 minutes. Just like people go to bathe in the river, where all kinds of muck is floating, but they will just clean it, close their nose, close their eyes, take a dip, come out. This is the practice. The best time to do your practice is dawn and dusk. If you want to, if you have that luxury to choose what time, dawn and dusk. It's neither day nor night, nor night nor day. It's at the union of the two. Whenever there is a union, there is plenty of charge, and you ride that wave. So if you have the luxury to choose a time when to sit and meditate, be quiet, look at yourself without judging, just remembering, I am. There is a part that I am. Without adding the third one. Just stay there. Mind is in the habit of bringing the third word very quickly. This is why I have been encouraging this practice of pausing the breath. In that moment of the pause, there is only I am. Breath starts coming and going, movement begins to happen, mind begins to move. In the pause, there is a beautiful space. In yogic practices, a yogi begins to enlarge that space, sits there for a little longer time with the breath paused. I'm not saying that you should go and gung-ho on it. It's something developed very, very, very slowly. It's not something to accomplish. It's something to grow into it with experience and gentle practice. The whole purpose of a spiritual practice is to be able to be by yourself, not needing anything from outside to make you feel more whole. You are already whole. You are already complete unto yourself. It's very simple. It's not complicated. It's about carving out a little time and doing it. Have no expectations. There is no shooting stars. It's about being comfortable with yourself without bringing things from outside. I am. And just sit with it. And play, look at the, smile at the mind. Mind will come in, all kinds of thoughts. But keep it at bay. Just stay with I am. And there is a little light around it before the third one comes in. If someone skips in somehow, escort it out. And if you make it a play, it's a beautiful play. I bow to that sense of I am in each one of us, and thank you for being here. And I want to keep it very simple so our mind doesn't start running around. It's the simpler you keep it, the better it is. And I see, I'm just going to skip over the pages, I see some people sitting in this temple who has been with me for 30 years, and I'm still talking about the same thing. Because there is really nothing more. It's just the entertainment of the mind. Manovilas, we call it. When mind likes entertainment, so here are the scriptures, and here are the rituals, and here are this, and here are that. The thing is very simple. You are that which you are worshipping. You're not separate. How beautiful it feels when you just really, without that guilt and the shame and the fear and the anxiety, you just come back to that, to I am. And that is the truth. Somebody was here yesterday saying, Babaji, I really know it all, but I live in a fear of not having enough, so although I have enough and I could retire comfortably, but the fear is there, I need more. There has to be an element of trust in our life. Not trust in somebody out there. Trust in yourself. If I have to live with less, I will live with less. I went to Costco one day with somebody. Have you seen what people put in those carts? Do they really need that? No, it's all because of an indisciplined mind. Mind says, oh, I need that. Well, I can afford it, so just put it in. We don't need things that we really accumulate. We need very little. We don't need all that. The more we connect with ourselves, the less we need from outside. And this is such a beautiful practice. Thank you all for being here.